This July, we are celebrating some of the incredible friends of the Irish Chamber Orchestra. Aisling Drury Byrne has been a member of the Friends of the ICO since 2020. As she is a former cellist with the National Symphony Orchestra, I wanted to talk to her about her views on music, what it is she most enjoys about the ICO, and why did she decide to become a friend of the Irish Chamber Orchestra.
Well, music expresses feelings where words end, and you can really, on a personal level, feel that. I mean, the amount of emotion and reaction people have seems to be much more than with just words. Like, I remember when I worked in the orchestra, the place would fill up in the evening and you'd sometimes meet people and you'd say, "Oh, why do you come?" And they said, "Oh, after a stressful day of work, this was my therapy. I would come in here and within 5 or 10 minutes, I would completely forget all the stresses of my life." And I found it so moving. And that was how I relax and enjoy concerts. See, we as performers, there's so many levels. We're working, it's a job, it's a performance, it's training, we have to produce something at a very high level. But for people coming in, it's something completely different. It's the whole experience, it's the visual, it's the presentation, not just the music.
And when you think about all this time that you were in the National Symphony Orchestra, performing no doubt all over the world, you must have been to hundreds of concerts. I'm wondering what it is that you feel sets the ICO apart from other music ensembles.
I've always loved the ICO for the fact it's a smaller ensemble, yet a very big sound. And I particularly like the energy. I'm really attracted to energy in music. And the tradition, if you look at the BBC orchestras in the 1950s, when first there was television, 60s, it's a kind of a cultural issue that everyone is very reserved. Nobody moves very much. Well, that's all changed more and more and more. For me, there's a whole lot of things. I like the visual, but I do like the energy of the Irish Chamber Orchestra all over the years. And I like the fact the violins always stand up, or a lot of the players stand up.
So you're telling me all about the visual, about the energy, and I can hear it in your voice, this sense of energy when you talk about it. I'm really interested as well to understand how you feel internally when you listen to the ICO, or in fact music in general.
It's hearing the music. Like, some music may not move me very much. Some music reminds me of too much practicing. But, and it's kind of slightly kind of a heavy feeling. Oh, I played that 1,000 times. But then I get a very nice shock. I go to something I know very well and I start crying because it's just so beautiful and so moving. And I can't analyze that. I can't really analyze all that. Sometimes it's the mood you're in.
It sounds like it's a really, it's an instinctive thing. It's just something that happens.
Yes, it is. And that's the nice surprise. And then you might go to a concert and you're feeling a bit tired, and then you hear it and you're suddenly buzzing, or you just love it, or you adore a particular player, or the music is just thrilling, really thrilling. And that's what makes me go to concerts.
And if you were chatting to a friend over cake and coffee or a glass of wine, or you were talking to them about the experience of being a friend of the Irish Chamber Orchestra, what would you tell them?
Well, I would say it's sociable as well. And we all like that, preferably with a glass of wine. I'll go anywhere for a glass of wine. And it's sociable. We like that, an excuse to get together with friends, and it makes quite a difference to a concert.
Aisling, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me today. It's absolutely wonderful to hear all your insights and your thoughts.
It's a pleasure, Matthew. Thank you very much.